Good morning, students. Today let us move on to another topic, that is types of solutions. We know what is a solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Yes? Do you remember the example of copper sulfate dissolved in water? It is a solution. Sugar in water, salt in water, air. Like that, many examples we have seen for solutions. Now, depending upon the amount of solute, there are two components for a solution. Yes, one is a solute and the other is a solvent. For example, in copper sulfate solution, what is the solute? Copper sulfate, whereas water is the solvent. Now we can classify solutions into two types depending on the amount of solute. If the amount of solute present in a solution is very small compared to the amount of solvent, then we can say such a solution as dilute solution. To understand this, let us go to the previous experiment of beaker ABCD. In beaker A, we have taken a pinch of copper sulfate and that was dissolved in 50 ml water. So I can say, and beaker B, we have taken 1 teaspoon full of copper sulfate and that is also dissolved in same amount, that is 50 ml of water. So we can say beaker A contains a dilute solution, right? Whereas beaker B contains a concentrated solution. So we can define dilute and concentrated solution as a solution in which the amount of solute is relatively small compared to the amount of solvent. Then such a solution is known as dilute solution. Whereas a solution in which the amount of solute is relatively big compared to the amount of solvent, then we can call such a solution as concentrated solution. Now to understand the next classes, that is saturated and unsaturated solution, let us consider again beaker B. We have 1 teaspoon full of copper sulfate already dissolved in 50 ml water, and now if we keep on adding copper sulfate again and again, what will happen? For some time the solution will dissolve, or the 50 ml water can dissolve copper sulfate, but after a few minutes you can see copper sulfate crystals remain undissolved at the bottom of the solution. Yes, this is because that 50 ml water has a capacity to dissolve a definite amount of copper sulfate. When that level or when that maximum is reached, if we add more copper sulfate, the water cannot dissolve further, right? At that stage, we can call that solution as saturated solution. So what is a saturated solution? It is a solution, or it is a type of solution. We can say saturated solution is the solution which has dissolved maximum solute it is capable of dissolving in it. Once again, a saturated solution is the one which has dissolved maximum solute that it is capable of dissolving in it. But if we increase, or if we heat the beaker, B by using a burner or a candlestick, what you can see, when the temperature increases, the copper sulfate slowly dissolves. Then we can say the solubility, or a saturated solution can dissolve more solute in it if we increase the temperature, or we can say the temperature increases the solubility of a solution. Okay. And instead of that, if we cool a saturated solution, what will happen? Now we have heated this saturated solution. If we cool it, then we can see the copper sulfate starts to crystallize and it will remain at the bottom. So increase in temperature will increase the solubility, whereas decrease in temperature will decrease the solubility. So solubility and temperature are directly proportional. Now the last class of solution is unsaturated solution. So from the word itself it is clear, it is not reached the saturation level. So I can say a normal solution, that is the solution which can dissolve more and more solute in it can be called as an unsaturated solution. But here you can see another definition that is there in the textbook also. That is what an unsaturated solution is: one, if the amount of solute that is present in a solution is not reached the saturation level, then such a solution can be called as unsaturated solution, or simply we can say a solution that can dissolve more and more solute in it is known as unsaturated solution. So I think the types of solutions: dilute, concentrated, saturated and unsaturated. These concepts are clear for you. So I said the solubility of a solution can be increased by increasing the temperature. So we used a term solubility. What do we mean by solubility? That is the amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a particular temperature. The amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a particular temperature is known as its solubility. Because when we heated the saturated solution, we could see the solution could dissolve more and more solute. So we can say solubility is the amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a particular temperature. For example, at 100 degrees Celsius or at 50 degrees Celsius, the water can dissolve a definite amount of solute, a definite amount of salt or sugar. But if we increase the temperature, it can dissolve more sugar, and this vary for different substances. So another term that we learned is solubility. What is solubility? Solubility is the amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a particular temperature. So solubility shows the maximum capacity of a solution, right? Now another term, that is concentration of a solution. Today is our main topic also, concentration of a solution. It is very important. Problems will also come from this portion. So what is concentration? It is not related to saturated solution. We can say the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution. We can take any type of solution, in that how much solute is present, that is expressed in concentration. So what is concentration? Concentration is the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution. Okay, we can also define concentration as the amount of solute that is present in a given amount of solvent. Normally we are dissolving solute in a solvent, and solute and solvent together known as what? Solution. So we can express, or we can define concentration in two ways. One is amount of solute present in a given amount of solution, or the amount of solute present in a given amount of solvent. Now next is the ways to express the concentration of a solution. There are two ways to express the concentration of a solution. More methods or ways are there that you learn in higher class. You will learn in higher classes. Now in this grade we have to learn two ways to express the concentration of a solution. One is mass by mass percentage. One is mass by mass percentage, and another is mass by volume percentage. Mass by mass percentage means mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Mass by mass percentage, we are expressing the mass of the solution or mass of the solute and solvent in percentage. So we can write mass by mass percentage is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Next is mass by volume percentage. Then how you will express? Mass of the solute divided by volume of the solution into 100. This can be in terms of solvent also. So these are the two ways, and we have learned what is concentration, what is solubility, what is concentration, and ways for expressing the concentration of a solution. These two equations are very important. Now let us see a problem related to this. Now let us see a problem. A solution contains 40 gram of common salt dissolved in 320 gram of water. Calculate the percentage of the solution in terms of mass by mass percentage. Then how to do? What is given in the question? Yes, a solution contains 40 gram of common salt in 320 gram of water. So which is the solute? Common salt. And which is the solvent? Water. And mass by mass percentage equation also we know, mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100. So let us write the steps. First one, mass of the solute. We know here common salt is the solute. So mass of the solute is equal to 40 gram. Then mass of the solution we need. Only mass of the solvent is given. You know what is solution? Solute plus solvent constitute solution. So mass of the solution is equal to mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. Which is the solvent here? Water. What is the weight of water given here? Mass of water 320 gram. So we can write mass of solution is equal to 40 plus 320 is equal to 360 gram. Now write the equation. Mass by mass percentage is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. 40 by 360 into 100. Zeros we can cancel, and on dividing, or 400 by 36 will come. When the division, you know the division, right? So when we divide, you will get the answer as 11.1 percentage.
I know you know the division, but for my satisfaction, just I am explaining how to divide 40 by 360 into 100. First, we can cancel the zeros of 40 and 360. So we get 4 by 36 into 100. Then 4 and 36. 36 is a multiple of 4. We know 9 fours are 36. So it will come 1 by 9 into 100 or 100 by 9. Then next is 100 divided by 9. How to do? First in 10, we can take the number 10. So 1 9s are 9. Then 10 minus 9, 1. Again one more 0 is there. Take it down. So again we get 10. Then in 10, how many 9s are there? Only 1 9. Yes. So 1 9s are 9. Again 10 minus 9 will come. Again 1 will come as the remainder. Then we can put a decimal in the answer, that is 11 point. Then put a 0 last. So we will get again 10. So it will go like 11.111. So we can approximately, or we can round for one digit. We can write it as 11.1.